Late winter is a crucial time for certain tasks in your garden. Let's go over all of the most critical things you need to be doing right now. Remember, late winter will vary depending on where you live in the country. In the south, that might mean early February. Up north, it could be as late as early May. So let's get into it. So late winter is a great time for planting your cool season veggies, things like broccoli, cauliflower, lettuce, radishes, carrots, and your leafier greens like Brussels sprouts too. Also onions, potatoes, and strawberries. Just make sure that we're past the hardest parts and the coldest parts of winter before you get these in the ground. It's also a great time to reshape hedges and shrubs during late winter, but there are a few exceptions. If you have spring blooming shrubs, such as this Indian hawthorn, you would not want to trim them right now, because in this case, you would be cutting off all of the flower blooms that this plant had set in the late fall, and it's going to not bloom this year. So on your spring bloomers, make sure you prune them after they have already bloomed. Now this might sound like I'm going against what I just said, but you do want to cut back your roses in late winter, even though they bloom in the spring. The difference is roses bloom on new growth. If you're not sure how to prune your roses back, I did make a video about that a couple of weeks ago, so you can go find that. This is also the last call to dig and transplant trees, shrubs, and perennials in your garden. So if you are digging one of those up and moving it to another place, that needs to be done while they're still dormant. If you've been battling weeds in your yard, then late winter is the time to put out your pre-emergent, which is going to prevent the next crop of weeds from coming in. It's also a great time to plant some cool weather annuals. Depending on where you live in the country, it could be things like petunias or sweet alyssum that can take a light frost, or if you are somewhere that might still get some more severe cold snaps, things like pansies and dianthus and ornamental kale and Swiss chard can take those harder freezes. We talked about the cool weather vegetables, getting them outside now, but it also might be time to get your warm season vegetables started by planting seeds indoors if you're going to grow them from seed. And if you're planning on doing major landscape or tree planting projects, you want to get that done as early as possible in the spring, so that way your plants have time to get their roots established before the heat of summer kicks in. So take advantage of those warmer late winter days and get all of these crucial tasks done before it's too late.